Yo, what's good, y'all? This is Coach Barry with Every Last Detail Development. We got a good one today, you guys. We're back in the film room. We're going to be studying passing out of pick and rolls. Becoming a good pick and roll passer has little to do with the actual skill of being able to pass the ball. It has a lot more to do with you being able to see the whole floor and knowing how to read the defense. If you are able to read the defense correctly, you will always know what pass needs to be made. You getting that pass on time, on target, that has to do with you building up the skill of passing. But if you don't know when to make what pass, how accurate your passes are mean little to nothing. We're going to go over 3 really great ball handlers coming out of the pick and roll and why they make the reads they make. Not just the reads they make, but really understand why they make those reads. All right, we see here Tyrese Halliburton. He's going to get this screen from TJ McConnell. As he attacks off this screen, you'll see that there's 4 defenders in the paint. Not all 4 of these defenders matter to Tyrese Halliburton. There's only one defender he's actually looking at, and that's Jason Tatum. That's because Jason Tatum is in position to either stop the roller in TJ McConnell or stay out to the shooter. Now, if Jason Tatum were to stop the roller, that would be the skip over the top. If he stays with shooter, you hit TJ McConnell in his pocket for an easy bucket. You see here, I get another step-up screen. I'm attacking this baseline. You see the 4 defenders who are all on help side. The only one that matters here is Jrue Holiday. You'll see Jrue Holiday is in a position to either stop the roller, all right, which then that would lead to a skip pass on the wing, or to stay with the shooter, which opens up the pocket pass to the roller. As he attacked off this pick and roll, he just seen Jrue Holiday cutting off the roller's angle, so he knew that that guy on the wing was going to be open for 3. Okay, now we see Tyrese coming off this pick and roll. Okay, if I'm Tyrese, I see these 4 defenders, but I'm only worried about these 2. Okay, this defender to my right, I'm barely worried about him because if he decides to step up and stop my drive, I know I have this easy kick out to a 3, and in the NBA, they hate that defensive mistake, so he probably won't make it. So I'm really worried about Jason Tatum. If Jason Tatum helps on the roller, I'll have this skip pass out to the corner for 3. If Jason Tatum stays for the corner, I'll have this dump off down to my big for the easy bucket. All right, we see here Tyrese coming off another side pick and roll. These are the 3 defenders that are immediately in help, but this is the only one he's watching. If Jalen Brunson again stops that roller, he knows he has TJ McConnell. But if Jalen Brunson stays with TJ McConnell, he knows he'll have Obi Toppin on the roll. Now what happens here? TJ McConnell is a great role player. He knows, all right, that his man's head is completely turned away from him. If you watch my previous videos, you know that that's a cut indicator. He cuts right down the middle of this paint, making the read that much easier for Tyrese, who already noticed that Obi Toppin was covered. Okay, we see here another pick and roll out of transition. All right, we're attacking this baseline. These are the 3 defenders in my sight. This is the one I'm reading. I have Miles trailing in this play. That's who he's guarding, okay? So if that help side defender decides to stay with Miles, I'll have Obi Toppin for this role. But if Miles trails and that help side defender decides to stop Obi, then Miles will have an easy 3 up top. Tyrese sees that defender drop in for Obi Toppin. He kicks it to Miles for the open 3. All right, now you guys can see the reads, all right, how much the backside defense plays into it. So we'll go on to this a little bit faster. See James Harden here, there's 4 guys in help. This is the one he's worried about, okay? If that defender stops the roller, you guys already know the deal. He'll be able to kick it over the top to that wing for a 3. If that defender stays on the wing for the 3 guy, he'll be able to hit that big in the paint to get an easy bucket. As he comes off, James notices that there's 3 defenders in help side, but only these 2 are the ones that I'm worried about. This first defender, I'm reading whether or not he stops me, which will lead to a kick to the corner, or whether or not he stays corner, which would lead to a drive layup for me. After I drive, I'm reading the secondary defender. If he stops me, I got an easy kick out to a 3 for Terrence Mann. If he doesn't, it's my layup. James sees help slide over, so he kicks it to the corner for a Terrence Mann 3. All right, James gets this middle pick and roll. As he attacks off this middle pick and roll, obviously you guys see where the defense is, but this is who he's reading. We should know by now, okay? If that guy decides to help on the roller, we're gonna have the shooter open. So James is gonna throw this overhead skip pass to to Norman Powell on this wing as he sees THT slide over to stop the roller. As you study more, these reads will start to look similar. So we'll see here, he attacks on this side pick and roll. What defender is he reading? You know what he's gonna do. If the help side decides to stop Paul George, he has Zubac. If the help side decides to stop Zubac, he has Paul George. It's a very simple read. The paint ends up open as help side stays for the shooter. Terrence Mann notices that his man's head is completely turned away from him. This is a cut indicator. James Harden decides to kick to Zubac, who misses the pass. Because Terrence Mann noticed his cut indicator, he was able to catch it on this cut and finish. All right, James Harden comes off this side pick and roll, and we see here, these are the two defenders that are gonna force him to make a read. James Harden's first look here will be to hit the roller, all right? But if low side help stops the roller, James Harden then knows that he has a pass to Norman Powell on the wing or to Russell Westbrook in the corner. Who he makes that pass to is determined by this secondary defender. If the secondary defender stops Russ, he goes to Norman. If he stops Norman, which he does, he goes to Russ. Russ sees the back of his defender's head, which is a cut indicator, cuts to the basket, and James Harden finds Russ on the lob. All right, we see James Harden here coming off a double drag. Zubac slips this, okay? This is the defender he's reading. If that defender sucks in and stops Zubac's roll, James knows he has Paul George right over the top to this corner. All right, the rest of these clips, we're just gonna watch raw. I want you guys to really focus on the pace that they play with, as well as how quickly those reads are made. It's a little easier to notice who you're supposed to be watching when you freeze frame it and break it down the way we have been breaking down the game. But notice how quickly these reads are being made by these guys. They don't have time to slow down and figure out where the defense is rotating from, who's supposed to be stopping the roller, or what teammate you should be targeting on these passes. That all comes from them studying the game and learning the game over and over again and working on the game over and over again until it becomes instinct. When it becomes instinct, it becomes easy. If you like detailed breakdowns on the game and more basketball development content, go ahead and give me a follow at eld.development on Instagram.